Alright, we're here for the Stultifera Novice event. I've been playing this on super hard difficulty, which entails the little handy that they give you for the event to handle a lot of mechanics. I don't have any of them installed. With the exception of the few that give me rewards for achievements, I've essentially never used any of these. So that basically means there's always going to be Zerg creep on the field, and the super boss that gets evolutions will have practically every single thing added on. I'll be doing SN-10 auto, which I have been running this for farming for the material. This right here, the compound cutting fluid, been farming quite a bit. Because there's a little bit of RNG involved in order to get a high enough success rate that is acceptable. There were some mechanics in which I had to build certain people in order to achieve. Okay, so this is the squad more or less. You could assume everybody is relatively M3 with a few exceptions. In order to get this clear, the core people that must exist is Lumen, Calstit, and Fartooth. Those and Aurora. Those are the four main people that I have on my team that can take on a lot of stuff that you would normally just disappear, and you can just easily handle the boss by itself. So things to take note: I have Aurora module, and the reason why I have Aurora in here is because there's a corner on the top left in which she handles by herself, in which she has resist. So on skill activation she has resist, and basically it's cut in half. Fartooth module, so that way she can bypass evasion. We're running Calstit. I don't think there's a module on her quite yet, but basically we're going to be using Calstit and Act combo in order to fight the boss. And Surtur will be my supplement backup in order to fight ads as well as the boss, and then everybody else is filler. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and start off with the Vanguards. We're going to drop Flametail skill 3 to handle the boss ASAP. Axia is going to assist. Blessed Wing doesn't matter who it goes on to, it's not really necessary. Set up top left for Thorns. He's going to be on a non-Zerg creep tile, so he's going to be able to land basically most of his hits, or all of it. KO Bay's up next. Lumen's setup is right here, so he's going to be able to remove CC, but the only person he can remove CC is this tile, which is Flametail, because he can't heal monster. Only only Calci can. So this timing here, Thorns, Flametail, Myrtle. We're gonna drop monster. So this time is important here, because monster is essentially going to get stunned at a certain timing, and Exia and Flametail are the only ones who can do damage to the top right, but it's really only Exia because she's not on a Zerg tile. So this works out. So I'm going to get stunned, Exia is going to trigger skill, set up Fartooth, and this guy's going to die right towards the end of skill. Sell that, drop Surtur. So now we have Surtur active, and Calstit in act. And that'll kill phase 2 instantly. And then we're going to sell Monster right when we finish this wave right here. We're also going to sell Exia because we need her for particular timing. And set up for top left. Okay? So we're going to activate KO Bay here to handle these guys top left. Thorns will also be ready. Surtur is going to die, so essentially I'm going to let all of these mobs in this wave pass through, so Fartooth will handle it. And when Monster is ready, I'm going to wait like 3-ish seconds, because I don't want him, he's going to build Zerg creep. So I'm going to wait a couple seconds, so that way the timing for the stun is not too tight. I'm going to get a little bit closer. Okay. Where's the graveyard? Calci is ready. We're only going to keep this temporary. I'm going to drop Exia there. And we're going to sell on the 4th hit. And this is very, very important because I need this timing to work. Okay? So we should have Surtur coming up. And this is consistent usually 80% of the time. Or, yeah, 80% of the time. In terms of the position in which the auto works. Okay? So these guys are scary because you have to block it. So this is where I drop Aurora. So Thorns is going to die. He's going to serve a likely cause. And I'm going to use Shining, and Myrtle's going to act as the last deploy to block it for the range. So he's only taking the hits, so that way the movement for these guys are slow. So I do usually just sell him. And this the timing for Cousted is very important back then, so I could set up here for the auto. So I could throw a body for the meantime. Right when they start blocking, and then here you're gonna see top left is stunned, but he stands here for some time. Okay, now I got monster ready. I'll drop Lumen, and I'm gonna start KOB up. So I'm stunned, I block, I activate skill, and even if I get stunned again, which will probably happen, it's only for half the duration, and I'm gonna catch it still. There we go. Nicely done. We're gonna sell Myrtle so that way the heals are distributed well. We can go ahead and redeploy that. We can also redeploy Monster. Activate both these guys ASAP. Monster is building skill. You can also drop Ack. Oh, look, he's already dead. But we're gonna activate this anyways, because sometimes the timing is not always there. So activating Monster essentially will kill the boss all the time. And then the last 2 mobs will be killed by Fartooth. And that's it. I've done 100 runs of farming this, and so far I've only failed twice. So it's very rare that this one fails, but there is a small skew in which it does. But for farming purposes and autoing this in super hard mode, that is the clear.